Hey guys, it's Kyle from SmartAC, and today we're going to get into ServiceTitan and the integration between ServiceTitan and SmartAC and what we have to offer. This is a lot of content, but it's a lot of good content, and you're going to have the ability to jump to whatever area of interest that you are watching this video for.
And before we keep going about the integration, I just want to remind everyone that we are a certified partner of ServiceTitan, which basically means that our integration is completely seamless, trustworthy, dependable, all the great things that come with being a certified partner of ServiceTitan. So back to the video.
But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in because we've got a lot to cover. First things first, we have to connect SmartAC and ServiceTitan. So what you're going to do is you're going to log into the SmartAC dashboard. You'll click the little settings icon on the left-hand side, then you'll click integrations, and then you'll see ServiceTitan option, and you'll click connect. After you do that, you'll enter your ServiceTitan tenant ID. If you don't know where that is, then you're going to have to go into ServiceTitan and go to settings, then to integrations, then to API application access, and then the tenant ID is usually displayed in the top right-hand corner. So you'll grab that, paste that in, and then press submit. Once you do submit that, it takes about a day or so for us to verify all the information is correct and verify your tenant ID. And once you are notified to finish the setup, you're actually going to go into ServiceTitan, you're going to go into integration and the API application access screen again. From there, you're going to click connect new app and you'll select smartac.com. This is going to pair the two, and it'll generate a client ID and client secret that you will need to paste into the SmartAC dashboard, as you can see on the screen. Once you do that, then the connection has been established and you're ready to go and build out the rest of the integrations. And the next part, as we move on down, is mapping your data. The first part of mapping your data is mapping your service plans. So what you're going to do is click on integrations of SmartAC dashboard, and then you'll click the ServiceTitan, and then from there you're going to click on membership plans mapping. And once that screen comes up, this is where you're going to start mapping your plans. So your HVAC maintenance plan should map to the exact plan that you've built out in the SmartAC system. This ensures that every membership you sell in the ServiceTitan is also recognized by SmartAC.com. It's important because that way homeowners see the correct plan in their app and receive the right benefits, because you don't want the wrong benefits going to the wrong person, etc. Keep in mind that this is a one-to-one relationship as well, meaning your service plan type and ServiceTitan can only map to one smart maintenance plan in SmartAC. Very quick step, very easy step, but just wanted to highlight those important reminders and notes because it's important and it's foundational to the overall integration. And now we're ready to move on to mapping our job types. We want to map the SmartAC.com trade services to your ServiceTitan job types and business units. This is crucially important because when a homeowner books a service in SmartAC.com, you want it to land in the right ServiceTitan job type. So as you can see on my screen, I have some examples. Anything like my business unit, for example, and my service, the job types like no cooling, no heating, something not turning on is all tied to AC service, etc. You want to make sure you line all these up and make sure they're all accurate. That aligns with your job types and business units. That way it syncs properly when a homeowner books a service. Once you're done with that, you'll click save. Now I know what you're thinking. What about loyalty credits? Well, that's the best part. We're going to get into that right now. All right, so now we're moving on to loyalty credits. This is pretty self-explanatory too, but there is a little bit of nuancing, so I'm gonna help you kind of navigate through that. First and foremost, there's two parts to it. You have to create the custom field for the comfort and loyalty credits, which is done in ServiceTitan, which I'm about to show you. Then once you have that set up, then you're gonna map the comfort credits to your services. So first and foremost, you're gonna start by going into ServiceTitan, going to settings, and then you're gonna click on custom fields. You're gonna create a new field, whether it's loyalty credits or comfort credits, you decide the name. We recommend something like SmartAC.com comfort credits. Then you're gonna, in the field type, you're gonna choose number. That's important. And you want this to also display on customer and job records. You want it to show on both. And we also strongly recommend you mark this as visible to ensure it shows up everywhere you track balances. Once you have the custom field set up, you're gonna return to SmartAC.com and you're gonna verify that field by putting it in there and clicking save. Then you're ready to map the services offerings for the comfort credits. Same way we did the creating the custom fields, except for you're not having to go into ServiceTitan, you can just do it from the SmartAC dashboard. You'll click on the comfort credit services mapping option here, you'll click edit, and then this is where you just put in whatever the service is. Maybe it's maintenance renewal, maybe it's just base membership, whatever the case is. You're gonna put this here and save it so that way the system knows to tie comfort credits to it. You'll click save, and then that is set up. Now, how do I get this to see or be applied to invoices? You're simply gonna apply the loyalty credits to invoice by going and adding a task to the invoice, and then you're gonna give it a negative value for it to detect. This will be synced and updated in SmartAC.com, so that way the member can also see this reduction. And also, where do you see the comfort credits that you just set up? You're gonna see any loyalty credits that have been accrued in the additional info section of the homeowner's account. Okay, so now we're going to get into scheduling. When a homeowner requests service in SmartAC.com through the app, a booking is created in ServiceTitan. As you can see on the screen, you click the booking, you can review all the information, and then it's up to the CSR or dispatcher or someone on your team to approve it and turn it into an actual job. But also, when a SmartAC.com sensor detects an issue, a booking is also created, right? So both of those ways attribute to a booking being created and then it having to be reviewed to be turned into a job. Alternatively, if you go into the SmartAC.com settings, and you switch it from track as a booking to real-time scheduling, then when someone like a homeowner requests a service, that'll actually turn into a job and show up on the calendar, slotted in the real-time availability that you have for your technicians. You can still hover over it to see the information for that job, but it's already kind of applied to your schedule. And that is how the scheduling and mapping works. So I'm going to talk about tagging in two different ways here. First, I want to talk about campaign tagging and how to do that and what that means in ServiceTitan for leads and opportunities. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to create and map campaign codes to ensure leads and opportunities from SmartAC.com are correctly categorized and easily reportable within ServiceTitan, right? So the following campaign names are what we recommend you do in ServiceTitan for each event. So you're going to do SmartAC.com-system monitoring, SmartAC.com-customer service request, and SmartAC.com-proactive prevention. Why does this matter? Well, it matters because these campaign types allow ServiceTitan users to easily identify and prioritize SmartAC.com leads and opportunities. This proper tagging helps with reporting, enables your team to distinguish between system alerts, maintenance, or just regular requests for service, right? How to set this up in ServiceTitan, what you're going to do is have to create campaigns in ServiceTitan to match these three names exactly as listed on the screen, right? They have to be verbatim. If the names do not match exactly, the integration will not be able to properly tag leads and opportunities that are associated with them. Now, the other part of tagging, like I was saying earlier, is creating tag types. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into settings, you'll go to tags, and then you'll click add tag type in ServiceTitan. You'll create a tag. We recommend you doing SmartAC.com because in that way you know that this customer is a SmartAC.com customer, right? And it just helps with you identifying that as you move forward with the integration and all of your jobs and services. In SmartAC.com, what you're going to do is you're going to take that tag you created in ServiceTitan and you're going to put the exact same name in here and then click save, and that way it'll show up. Also, you can create tags however you want. You can make these custom to the homeowner, right? Maybe you want to create a tag that says beware of dog, or use backdoor only, or this is a great homeowner, or it's a hostile homeowner. Like whatever the tag is you want, you can create and get really kind of customized with it. But again, when it comes to SmartAC.com, we highly recommend creating that tag just because it syncs everything really well. The last, but definitely not least, and this is kind of great news, is task mapping for technicians. We used to have you do that and create all the task types and map those correctly. Now, those have actually just been moved over into the job notes section of the customer record in ServiceTitan. So if you go down to job notes, you'll actually see the technician checklist of certain things that they need to do during a maintenance visit, which include replace a battery, reseat or resync a sensor, check comfort sensor, and confirm nameplate data. So those 4 things are always going to be in your technician checklist. Just make sure that you go to the job notes section as you see on the screen. That's where they will be. That pretty much covers it for enabling your ServiceTitan and SmartAC integration. I know we've gone through a whole lot. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us if you have questions. We'd love to walk you through this. We have a great partner in Powerhouse Consulting that does a lot of help with us in terms of helping you understand ServiceTitan and all the great benefits you can take from this integration. So happy to include them as well. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us. If you have any questions, make sure you check out more of our videos. And thanks for watching.